Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Tonight's film is a 1987 shot on video, Venus Flytrap. Try looking this one up on Google, on IMDb. Very hard to find. It keeps directing you to Little Shop of Horrors. No. This is Venus Flytrap, put out by Massacre Video. There's Massacre Video. This is the back of the DVD right here. And Massacre Video, if you don't already know them, you can buy their VHS or their DVDs, their limited releases on Amazon or directly through their site. I got this through Amazon. And they really specialize in some rare shot-on-video stuff, specifically from the 80s, but also some modern things that are very cutting-edge, underground, bizarre. And tonight's look is Venus Flytrap. And again, and here's a couple shots of the actual movie back there. And this is from the glory year of 1987. Made a couple notes on this film here too, because there are some pretty fantastic type things in this film. But essentially what we have here is punk, crime, violent gang film with a twisted horror injection. This is a film that really has the real life horror storyline, also injecting kind of the twisted horror real life into the storyline as well. We have one night of robbery and crime and mystery and weirdness and twists and turns that bring more mystery and more weirdness. We got these amazing shots of a real 1987 probably local record store, okay, with tapes and vinyl LPs. Just beautiful to see that for your nostalgia. And essentially we have some kind of robbery, crime invasions, a record store, there's a house party, there's a very intimate type of house party with some interesting party games and some very weird, mysterious twists and turns. First and foremost, I will say, the film is a little bit over an hour, and this is a film that really has that late night vibe that I know I look for. That it gives you that, just that late night kind of. There are some neon colors in here, some interesting colors in here. It just gives you that 80s mystery horror sleepover type of vibe that I cherish so much. The music in this film is great, weird synth 80s music that some of it is some it's kind of like underground, low budget 80s pop synth music, synth pop, new wave type music throughout the entire film, and actually on loop for a lot of the time, and kind of like on low volume at times too, but it's really on a loop. It's on a continuous loop that kind of pervades the atmosphere of this film, and this is a very atmospheric film to me. It's a film that really sucks you in, and it really sucks you in to the criminal mystery late night horror vibe of this film, and definitely that 80s shot on video vibe. If you like shot on video films, I mean, this is a really high caliber of something interesting where you almost forget at times you're watching a very low budget shot on video film, at least to me. We have, like I said previously, some neon lighting throughout this. The film almost plays out like a theatrical play. I wrote that note down, like a theatrical play. And it really does at times. This is a film heavy in dialogue and in characterization. Yes, for a shot-on-video film, very heavy-duty characterization in this film. Very heavy-duty development of the story and the characters. And there's this tension and this tension.
if you can think of like the tension you have in a very awkward situation with people, you know, this film really starts to develop that more and more and more. And as the characterization continues, the twists and the turns continue as characters are revealed and the dialogue is revealed, and things get weirder and weirder and more disturbing as you know, as the film goes on. This is a film that really capitalizes on, you know, 1987, because it's a product of 1987. I mean, you have, like I said, the authentic record store. You have really looks like an authentic, awesome 80s house. And what I love is like the more intimate parties, and this is a more intimate party of a few people, a gathering of a few people. And you know, this is a film that is has such interesting dialogue, and there are some vulgar sections in here. There's, you know, with the dialogue, there's cursing and things like that, f bombs, and but very very real to me, very very true to form for me in relation to the characters in the film. This is a shot-on-video horror film that really has awesome dialogue to me. It just seemed real to me, especially with some of the punk characters in the film, because there's a punk vibe to this film as well. There's a vibe in this film where you have kind of the meetings of the 80s social classes in this particular film, where like punks and kind of the yuppies. Remember those shirts in the 80s, and during they used to have these shirts, die yuppie scum. You know, you kind of have the meetings of these worlds here. And you have gender issues in this film as well, between men and women. Very interesting things going on. And there's awkwardness in this film, but great, great development of dialogue. You know, this is a film that is a horror film that's focused more on violence, more on disturbing situations than gore. There's really, you know, not much blood, or there's no gore in this film. You know, a lot of shot-on-video films from the 80s were really focused on blood and gore, which is great. This particular film focuses on disturbing situations and disturbing elements, disturbing tension and awkwardness and dialogue and violence and sexuality. In terms of the sexuality, we predominantly have topless nudity, not a lot, but we have a sleazy sexuality to the film as well, and a lot of male butt nudity in the film, male butt humping nudity in the film. And upon further investigation with the special features on the disc, the two male directors are homosexual, and they wanted to kind of have a little bit of male butts in the film, some male sexuality as well in the film, as well as female sexuality, which is in there as well. But again, for a shot-on-video 80s film, it's restrained sexually and with gore. And what fills in those gaps is really going to be the atmosphere, the mystery, and the twistedness of this film and the dialogue. Now, this really is an 80s underground film. Obviously, it's not known at all, okay? But when you push play on this thing for the next hour, you are going to enter into 1987, but you're going to enter into it in a dangerous world of people. You're going to be spending time with people that you might not normally want to spend time with. And these are people, there are secrets in this film. There are twisted, disturbing secrets in this film. And I don't want to give away too many things, but yes, you know, there are dead bodies, and there are weird sexual situations in this film. There are weird party games, and it really has vibes of a few different films. In a way, it almost, you know, it has the vibes of a punk film like Suburbia. Which I'll be reviewing in the future on this page, hopefully. But it also has, from the punk vibe, 80s punk, it also has, you know, kind of the dinner party vibe, you know, the late night dinner party vibe, and the secrets that the guests are encountering, and also it kind of plays off of elements of robbery and crime in some non-traditional aspects, as well as relationships are formed, or you know, just the characters are interacting with each other. And these are some very bizarre characters. Some of the characters are very bizarre, if not all of them. And there are some weird situations in here that will definitely keep your attention. It's also great pool scenes and hot tub scenes, which are always great in 80s films because this is the real deal, somebody's real backyard. This is the reason why you love shot-on-video films, isn't it? You get the real deal. So you have people, are these people even actors? This is, these aren't sets. This is a real house. This is a real record store, so on and so forth. This is Venus Flytrap, put out by Massacre Video right here. There's the artwork. This is just a wild hour-long 80s shot-on-video film, and this is, I believe, still in print from Massacre Video. Get it on Amazon or directly through their site. Thank you so much for watching the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page, where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Please feel free to check out all my other reviews on this page, including other horror films, exploitation, sexploitation, erotica, adult, weird, bizarre, surreal, all of the above. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to check out my own personal films at youtube.com/poopydiarrhea. Thank you and good night.